For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns. Let's talk about October 11th, 2018. This morning in the first hour trading pit, if you joined us, you saw that we made some changes to how we were going to handle today's trades based on the opening indication in the futures and what it looked like was going to happen on the heels of that 820-point drop yesterday. Well, today was not a good day for the markets, as you know, but the volatility that's introduced by a big move like the one that we saw yesterday has me on edge and looking for tighter stops than I would typically use on these trades. So the first one that we had was Chef, C-H-E-F. This is Chef's Warehouse Incorporated. And what we saw happen was a deferred order on the open. Told everybody we're going to hold off a couple seconds after the opening bell. Let's see what happens. That turned out to be some very good discretion. Stock popped higher, came back down, got us in, and ultimately when it got down and started moving towards that profit objective, we went ahead and tightened up and said a reversal of 31.21, that was going to be a reversal of two closing prices, was going to get us out of the trade. We got out with 71 cents. Of course, it did make it down almost all the way to that profit target over the course of the session, but I'm not going to cry over spilled milk here. I am happy with that opportunity cost because what it did for me was kept me away from volatility that I had been anticipating. We did not see that bounce today. We didn't see the rally, but we could have, and certainly historically we've seen it enough times that we didn't want to be in front of it if it happened. Next on the list, we had CSX Corporation, ticker symbol CSX, and this one was exactly what I was anticipating over the course of the day. Of course, it never went up and hit that $70.66 stop, but we had a lot of just banging back and forth in the price. 69.53 was the entry, and on this one, the second time around when it couldn't get down through and start making a move towards that profit objective, I just took it off at break even. This one was a true scratch stop, got out exactly where we got in. Big goose egg on the day for CSX. E-Trade Financial Corporation wound up giving us a couple entry opportunities. We got in the first few minutes of trading. It got down almost all the way to the profit target. This was another zero on that first exit. And the second time around, it came down, got us in. A couple of you called attention to it in the room. That's great. Even if you're new to our first hour trading pit, please contribute. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're looking at. We're all looking at the same things, so we all appreciate the heads up. I got in on the 50.76 violation the second time around. 75 cents per share traded on ETFC. Fiserv, this one ticked us in, traveled around inside the range, never got up to the 77.94 stop. We had the opportunity to tighten that stop down once the stock started trading, but when it finally broke lower, it made it 50% of the distance to that profit target, came back up, stopped us out right at break even. That was a good point to stop out at because of these lows. So it was definitely the time to call this one a true break-even stop rather than giving it room up into the range. Zero on FISV for the day. Lincoln Electric Holdings Incorporated, ticker symbol LECO, was definitely a darling today. So this one got us in and then wavered around between that 85.78 entry line and never really got up to the 86.72 mark. Gave us the opportunity to move that stop lower. So by the time we were done with the first 15-20 minutes of trading, we were down at 86.45. Ultimately, this stock did nothing wrong all session, made the move for us, $1 per share traded on LECO. Finally, Dave & Buster's Entertainment Incorporated did not want to play nice, ticker symbol PLAY. It got us in the first 15 minutes or so. Third bar was the actual trigger here. Floated back up into the range, never got anywhere near that 61.84 stop, came down, made it almost all the way down to that profit objective. We probably should have called a reversal exit on this one, but by this time I was convinced the market was going to dive, and I thought I knew better. Well, I didn't. Out at $61 per share, right where we got in for a 1 penny gain. All right, anyways, it was that kind of day today. Please, tomorrow, do the same thing. We're just going to have to tighten up on these things, take smaller gains, make sure that we don't wind up taking big losses, and just stay focused on the fact that this market is probably going to rally and then wind up taking another turn to the downside. So let's make sure we don't get caught in front of something bad, right? So sometimes that light you think you see at the end of the tunnel could be a locomotive coming straight at you. And what we want to do is avoid any of those kinds of situations that can put us in an unacceptable risk position. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for tomorrow. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.